Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga section. I'm here today to bring you the review for One Piece manga chapter 849. Let's just go through the episode, how it was laid out. So the whole thing with Chopper and Carrot's escape, I think it was a little bit anti-climactic because we had this whole thing where we had Chopper, he was all tied up in the chair. We knew that he could escape by transforming. But while he was in the chair, he was like sizing up like what he has to go through. I think it was like 16 people there, and he said out of these 16 people that were there, only 4 of them are troublesome. And the reason why I think that this was anticlimactic, because in the end of the day, these 4 people got one-shotted. So I was thinking, after all that talk, like, yeah, I have to use what monster point, blah blah blah, and they just got one-shotted. So I didn't like that whole scene. The whole first scene felt anticlimactic for me. But the more I see Carrot in action, the more I hope and pray that she becomes a straw hat when everything's all said and done. But other than that, yeah, just anticlimactic. I don't even really think Chopper needed to go Monster Point, but that is what we get. So we have a scene. No, that wasn't the next scene, but we have a scene where Sanji, he's being told about what's going on with the Straw Hats right now, but he breaks that halfway through or just like a little bit in. He's like, "Okay, right, that's enough. Did you get the ingredients that I asked you for?" He's basically trying to forget about his friends and family and just focus on being a good husband or husband to be, whichever way you want to call it. So we have another scene where we had the Vin Smokes, and they're basically just telling us like when the wedding's all said and done, they're kidnapping Pudding just to use it as leverage over Big Mom, so Big Mom doesn't try no funny business once the wedding's all said and done. We had this scene with Pedro and Tamago, aka Eggman as I call him. We found out that they've had a fight before and they took each other's left eye, and also Big Mom also took 50 years. That's like half your life away from Pedro, so he's basically on death's door right now, but he's willing to die for the cause, for this cause. What else did we have? We had the bit with Brooke. He's doing this thing now. He's having a fairly easy time as well. And I thought that his defeat within this episode was anticlimactic as well. The only thing that makes me okay with it more than the Chopper one is because he didn't hype up his opponent. But yeah, he's doing his thing right now. If it's going a-okay for him until Big Mom turns up ready to play ball. So are we going to get Big Mom versus Brooke? Either way, like that's not good. Brooke, I feel sorry for Brooke right about now, but I want to see how badly he gets beaten, because that should be interesting. Even though there's no way in hell Brooke can win, it should be an interesting fight. I think that's everything to happen within the episode. The only last thing I just want to talk about is how we see Reiju at the very end of the episode, and she looks beat up, and I'm thinking, why? Who would dare to do that to my bae? Who would dare? But yeah, she's beat up, and I'm just trying to think, could this have something to do with Pudding? We know Pudding's got a little plan going on, and like maybe Reiju's helping with that. We know that Reiju helped Sanji escape, so why not help Pudding escape as well? And maybe some trouble came along the way, and that's why she's beat up. Did Pudding get away? If this is what the case is, I do not know. But maybe this is something to do with why Pudding got beat up, or maybe it's something completely different. I was thinking that one of my first thoughts was maybe about self harm. I know. I'm getting last review I was talking about suicide. Now I'm talking about self harm, and I know I'm getting a bit too much. But it is a thought that came to mind, and why I think she might be self harming herself, because maybe she doesn't think that she thinks that she should be treating Sanji better, and I don't know, but that's everything that happened within this chapter. I'm going to give this chapter a 3, but I cannot wait until next week, especially if we're going to get Brooke versus Big Mom. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, but most importantly, take care, have a nice day.